These past few weeks, months, we've been praying for different groups of people at Mass. We've prayed for, of course, those who were sick. We've prayed for their families. We've prayed for the families of those who have lost loved ones. We have prayed for frontliners, nurses, doctors. But I think there's one group that I think we have not prayed so much about, so much for. These are business owners. And for some reason, reading today's gospel made me remember them, made me pray for them. I don't know why. Probably it's because as Jesus was giving instructions to his disciples, do this, do that, I could imagine a manager or a supervisor, a boss or a business owner giving instructions to his employees, and or probably it's the words, those words that Jesus mentioned. You have received without charge, give without charge, and do not bring gold or silver or walking stick, a tunic. And I was telling myself, these are words that business owners will not like. Very clearly, businesses are having a difficult time in this pandemic. I don't know how many of you have read this article about the CEO of Airbnb, saying that we've built this company for so many years, and they were just about to go public in a few months, but then this pandemic happened, and everything that they have built for many years suddenly in an instant is now gone. When we think of businesses, as I was mentioning, they wouldn't like these words of Jesus, I think. Because, give, you have received without charge, give without charge. That's against the principle of business. I think the principle of business is profit. They want to earn money. And when Jesus says, when Jesus gives instructions and tells his disciples, do not bring gold, silver, or tunic, or walking stick, a business owner or a manager would not want that. A business owner would want his employees to be very effective, efficient, bringing all the, what is called, tools of the trade. If you need a laptop, bring it. If you need a Zoom account, then sign up and get it. These are things that a normal, a usual business owner, a boss, a supervisor, a manager would do. But this pandemic has also, I think, challenged some of these beliefs. And I have two particular stories that I want to share with you. The first story is about an email I received just a few days ago. It was an email I received from the president of the school where I was working, the Jesuit school where I was working from 2014 to 2017. I regularly get emails from the president of that school, Father Manny Uy. He would sometimes ask me to help edit some of the letters that they would release. And this particular email, he asked for my help in editing a letter that they were about to send to parents. And this was a letter explaining why why the school will continue to charge tuition. It's discounted. The tuition and fees are discounted, but it was explaining why the school could only give so much in terms of a discount. But anyway, what I found moving about that letter really was a line that was written there. It was telling the parents You know, the school has made a deliberate decision to operate at a substantial loss this school year. So the school was making a conscious choice to lose money this school year. And I found that very moving. And the letter went on, and it was explaining the mission of a Jesuit school is not just to earn money. It is really to form students. And reading this, and I felt quite proud that I worked in that school. I was really moved. In fact, you know, the letter was requesting me to help edit the letter. I came back saying I have nothing to edit in this letter. I find it very moving. I find it good as it is. Okay, that's the first story. And you might say, okay, well, that's a Jesuit school. That's a school run by religious men. I mean, administered by the Jesuits. Of course, you would expect that. But, and here's my second story. A few days ago, I was in a Zoom, well, in the Philippines, it's called Zoom-mustahan. You know, it's like a Zoom meeting of friends, you know, chatting with each other, with my friends from the university, and even from way back from high school. So I was having a Zoom conversation with them, and one of my friends there works in a company called Pure Foods, you know, which is under San Miguel Corporation. It's really, I'm not sure if it's the biggest, but definitely one of the biggest companies in the Philippines, one of the biggest food and beverage companies there. And I was quite moved with what she told me. And she was telling me, you know what, in our company, the leader, gave specific instructions. All our earnings should be plowed back, or should be moved to a fund to help those who are suffering in this pandemic. And this CEO was saying, our duty as a company, our goal as a company is simply to help the Filipinos weather this crisis, to help individuals, families, to just survive this crisis. His name is Mr. Ramon Ang. In fact, he's one of the supporters of the society. But I was really moved by that, because this is a company. It's a publicly listed company. It's a big company, and definitely it's interested. I mean, the company's interested in earnings. But here is a leader. Here is a CEO giving instructions. No, this year that will not be our focus. Our focus will be to help the Filipino people weather this crisis. You have received without charge, give without charge. This is not just a message for the disciples. This is not just a message for us religious. This is not just a message for individuals. This is also a message for institutions. And I am happy and quite proud that in the Philippines, there are a number of institutions who have really taken this challenge seriously. I am really moved by the many companies who have given their share. You know, unlike here in the UK, when there are so much funds, as you can imagine, in the Philippines, we really don't have much money to put into the economy. So there's very little that the government can do. But I've really been moved by what the private sector has contributed to helping people in this difficult time. And so I hope and I pray that more and more people will listen to this call of the Lord. You have received without charge, give without charge. Amen.